Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's road to Edoverse Weekly, Edoverse Insider's 80s. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, could you please open the session?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa. This week, starting from last week, I am discussing Edo art, Tokugawa art, namely ukiyo-e, the famous paintings of Sharaku and Hokusai. The symbol mark of the Edoverse is actually taken from the this tidal wave or this tsunami painting by, was it Hokusai? Tsunami in front of Mount Fuji. Yes, well, probably the most famous Japanese work of art. And then you see, ukiyo-e is very interesting. I spoke of the change in the value system from Muromachi to Sengoku and then to Edo, which is a more positive attitude towards the life, the real life, as opposed to a Buddhist idea of heaven and hell. So the real life, so this is the rise of Japanese humanism, and that could be felt even in the term ukiyo-e. So uki could mean two things, or well, it could mean many things, but in Muromachi times, real world or real life was referred to as ukiyo, which is the world of melancholy. But with the same ukiyo could be rewritten in kanji as an uplifting world or a floating world. Well, it's translated very often as a floating world, but it's more an uplifting world. So things change, things happen, and life is short, so why not enjoy? So this was the new value that emerged in Tokugawa, Japan, and especially in the metropolis of Edo. And so ukiyo-e was, and you see, Edo was new and it was free of tradition. And people were flooding in from all over Japan. And that is why it grew from like 20,000 people in 1600 to more than a million in 1700. And it is around 1700 that the ukiyo-e painting was born as well. And also the term ukiyo-e came into being. So the shogunate, the Tokugawa government, was very busy in building its elite culture. So that was the Kano school of painters, and this is very interesting as it was interestingly much more cynicized than the Japanese paintings before. And so you see, with the passing of history, you might think that Japan moved farther away from Chinese culture, but Tokugawa Japan saw a major Sinicization of its elite. For one thing, all the samurais could read and write classical Chinese quite fluently, so they could at least exchange letters with Chinese officials and have themselves understood. And the same thing happened in their studies. So they studied mostly Chinese history and Chinese philosophy. And the art was also very much cynicized. The Sensoji Temple in Asakusa has a collection of the votive tablets that were presented to the temple by, the wealthy sponsors. And most of them have Chinese themed paintings on them. So a great number of Japanese during Tokugawa Japan, especially in the city of Edo, thought of, whenever they thought of something in the abstract, they thought in terms of Chinese classics. So that's the background. So the elite culture was very, very Chinese. And also it was much more secularized. And so for the commoners came this new ukiyo-e. And at the same time, and this is the between the 1680s and the 1700s, this is also the time when Ihara Saikaku started to write novels. And these novels were called ukiyo zoshi. So zoshi is the paper on which they were printed. So these are writings that reflect the realities of this uplifting world. And Saikaku wrote mostly about very sexual people. And so the early ukiyo-e made the main topic like Yoshiwara or the theaters or actors, actresses, no, actor, they're all actors. actors, and then high-ranking courtesans, bijinye. So anyone who had a reputation for being beautiful could become models. And you look carefully at all the portraits, that there is, how should I say, a great deal of sensuality, be it the angle of their eyes or how their lips are twitched. So it was supposed to be arousing and erotic, and that was considered as good art, not high art. And the Kano school, well, cleansed itself of all those emotions, but art for the commoners was very erotic and sensual. So, and well, and that reflected very well the realities of the city of Edo, which at the end of Tokugawa times had like an STD STD infection rate of like 30% of the grown-up male population. Okay, so and then well, and then I would like to get into the details of the art form of ukiyo-e next week. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And JJ, could you please join us? Hello.
Hi, hello, Oksana. Hi, everybody. Maybe you've seen already the announcement that we planned 3 types of mini games, which is already published in the market. And sumo game, horse racing game, and then ninja game is already under the development currently. And we had a discussion last week in terms of the incentive systems in BCG. And then we are trying to put some kind of point system, which is independent from the cryptocurrency. So it has no effect on buy and sell demand. So this pointing system is going to be super important for, I think, all of the BCG games. Because if let's say the people who has no Zeni and who has no Koban and who has no NFTs, but who can get pointing system, who can get some new point in this Edoverse system, then it's not fair, right? It's not fair for the holders, for the investors, because we already sold a lot of NFTs and we, our Zen is already circulated in certain exchanges. So we need to put some, how to say, certain nice incentives for the existing holders, not only for the free player games. But on the other hand, we have to think of some incentives for the free players as well, because only the existing holders is not so nice and attractive games, right? So we need to open some spaces for that, and then we need to limit some spaces for the premium playing. And I've checked a lot of cases of the global gaming. There is no answers because we are on the cutting edge. No BCG games already answer to these huge and deep questions. So say, for example, I wouldn't say any specific game, but some games said that the exchange cost from the pointing system to fiat currency is rising up to 50% suddenly, from 1% or 2% to 50%. It's so crazy. But I think that's only way for them to solve this, freemium player and then existing holders players. It's so difficult. I think, yeah, so difficult. We need to think of tokenomics as well. We need to think of exchange ratio as well. And we need to think of gaming playing system as well, including a pointing system. So I think pointing system should be independent from the cryptocurrency side, but pointing system could be like, for example, if I get some points, then I can get some new nice Katana's NFT, but which is not exchangeable to Zeni. And then once I continue to use this nice Katana NFTs, easy for me to get Zeni, for example, so that maybe we can make some well-balanced. Those types of things are our discussion, but we cannot give any answers immediately. So we need to continue this discussion every week, and then we will define the best and proper, portfolio and gamified system. Yeah, still I'm thinking of that. And then the development side, that's no problem. We are going quite well. So we are through to launch three mini types of game, and then we'd like to put this new and attractive tokenomics as well, including pointing system. Yeah, that's enough from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, JJ. Wonderful update. And Martin, do you have something for us today? Hello.
Hi. Yes, there has been quite a lot of news recently about shifts within the gaming market and how people are moving away from massive multiplayer online games. And so I think the business models for gaming are in a state of flux. So obviously, as we are on the bleeding edge of this space, it is difficult to kind of look at precedents. Like there aren't any to look at, so we just have to be very innovative, I suppose. And however, I am confident that we will be able to come up with an elegant solution to that, one that doesn't alienate the stakeholders that we've already got, and one that attracts gamers who are not already part of the system. So fingers crossed we'll be able to find a nice solution for that soon. I'm confident that the team has the brain power to get that done. Otherwise, I think focus is on Seoul this week because there's some events going on there. Freeze is happening next week, I think. So the art world is looking towards Korea, and that's quite interesting. It's why Mitsushi-san isn't here this week, right? So very exciting stuff happening on the other side of the Sea of Japan. But otherwise, there's not that much. I think it's been quite a slow news week. I'm in Tokyo and getting sweaty again. Looking forward to going back to the countryside very soon. But encouraging updates and happy days.
Yes, thank you very much, Martin. And Shunta, do you have any news for us?
Thank you, Oksana. Last week, we finally selected 2 official Edoverse VTubers. In the future, I believe there will be many opportunities for all of us to engage with you as crew of Edoversians. I'm looking forward to having conversation with them soon, and I'm sure your Edoversians feel the same way. And additionally, we will be participating in the Blockchain Expo scheduled for October 25 to 27. We plan to have presentation booths and Edoverse experience booths and live streaming session by our ambassadors and the latest original goods. It's going to be an exciting event, so please make sure to mark it in your schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shunta. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Okay. Hello, everyone. We have a lot of things to do now just for the development. And then this week, that is a very busy week in Korea. It's at the Korean Blockchain Expos and also the art fair, the 2 art fairs called the Freeze and Kiev. That they just this week that the whole some culture week, just including the cryptocurrency. So this is very exciting, but we just want to just attend it this year again, but we couldn't make it because we want to focus on the development of the gaming system, because now it's a very core time for the development in Edoverse, because as GJ mentioned, we have now just fixing some concept of our gaming, some core structure, particularly just using the token and also the points, because this time in the game that we don't just utilize the real token and the cryptocurrency because it's too complicated. Not complicated, but it's just for the fair for the values. Actually, the gaming stuff actually it should be very independent. It's utilizing the points, but the points it might be actually useful in the future that when you just playing the games. And then it be connected with the Edoverse ecosystem very, very in the future. But for a while, we want to just have some of the Zenny ecosystem and also the gaming ecosystem. We have to just combine that. But it's very complicated, and also we have to really seriously think about it, and then we have to focus on it now. So that is quite quite exciting for us just to just develop those at the basic game Edo Bars at the moment. And then we will see that the monthly insider that we can just report from the couriers and the other staff that probably, and also our hosts outputs that at the moment, including the VTubers and the fortnights. Yeah, everything's so far so good. So and then as Shanta mentioned, that expos, it's going to be very big events because in this expo that just before the launch of the Edoverse, we're going to just have a big guest booth in the expos, and then we will see the many different kind of events just in there. That will be 25th to the 27th of October. And you will see a lot. You can just play in a Fortnite games. You can just see that 3D Edoverse, the space that and the Metaverse, just playing things too. So many things will be held in the expo. That please just note in your schedule, and then please just come to the expo too the next month. So enjoy Edoverse for a while, just until just the real game starts. That you will see the VTubers and also the expos and also the fortnights. So everything's gonna be very, very well coordinated now. So just with the many kind of things that in Edoverse. Please enjoy Edoverse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominic, and thank you everybody for delivering all the wonderful news today, and everybody for listening. We will need to meet next week, and we have monthly insider, right? This week, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes, on 8th on Friday.
Yeah, 8th of September on a Friday and a 1:30 in the afternoon, as usual. So,
yeah. So please join us on Friday, and we'll meet you there. Thank you. Goodbye.